I know that these humans are the real animals. I'll huff, and I'll puff, and I'll blow their house down.
Look, it's up to each and every one of you to make your own decisions about things, but I'm gonna share a couple of videos, and I interpret it however you choose. What's your opinion on it? This has been up for a while. They couldn't censor it because she's legitimate. Background. Don't ask me names and stuff. Just do some research, all right? And excuse me. And leave the comments, all right? I want to say for education purposes, that's not even about that. It's about the reality of the situation. A lot of you live in certain places. I don't want you to get rid of energy or whatever. Just hear the lady out. And then, you know.
I met the late Dr. Wernher von Braun in early '74. At that time, von Braun was dying of cancer, but he assured me that he would live a few more years in order to tell me about the game that was being played, that game being the effort to weaponize space. The way he said it to me, there was no doubt in my mind that he knew something that he was too afraid to talk about. The strategy that Wernher von Braun taught me was that first the Russians are going to be considered to be the enemy. In fact, when I met him in '74, they were the enemy, the identified enemy. Then terrorists would be identified, and that was soon to follow. We heard a lot about terrorism. Then we were going to identify third world country crazies. We now call them nations of concern. And the next enemy was asteroids. Now at this point, he kind of chuckled the first time he said it. Asteroids, against asteroids, we're going to build space-based weapons. And the funniest one of all was against what he called aliens, extraterrestrials. That would be the final card. And over and over and over during the 4 years that I knew him and was giving his speeches for him, he would bring up that last card. And remember, Carol, the last card is the alien card. We're going to have to build space-based weapons against aliens. And all of it, he said, is a lie. A lie.
So far, I don't know. Everything's questionable, right? Well, I mean, I know some things, but I'm not here to extrapolate on that because, you know. But I gotta fix my hat, you know. But let me know what you think.
What he told me is that there's an accelerated effort in place. He didn't mention a timeline, but he said that it was going to be speeding up faster than anybody could possibly imagine. That the effort to put weapons in space was not only based on a lie, but would accelerate past the point of people even understanding it until it was already up there and too late. And what he asked me to do was to educate decision makers and the public about why we shouldn't be putting weapons in space, why they're a dangerous, destabilizing, too costly, unnecessary, untestable, unworkable idea, and what the alternatives are, how we could be building a cooperative space system. But his real concern, the biggest concern he had, was about the psychotronic weapons. Those are mind-controlled weapons, mind-controlled people or technology, very dangerous weapons. And this is what we should really be concerned about. But he would add The public, however, won't understand that yet. So let's just call for the ban on space-based weapons. That can be understood, it can be measured, it can be done. And once you have a ban on space-based weapons, you've put a lid on the arms race. People have become aware, they've become connected consciously, and they will begin to understand that there are alternatives.
Well, what do you think?